Hey guys, my name is Thana and welcome to my channel. Today we are reviewing the Maserati Levante S. Now before coming to Langkawi, I was thinking Maserati and SUVs, is that even a thing? But you know what? After spending some time with the car, with the SUV, I understand why they say this Levante is the Maserati of SUVs. Let's have a look. This, my dear friends, is the Maserati Levante, and this in 2022 got a slight update, mainly being the rear lights over here. You get this kink here. I think even the bumper is new, you can see there, and as well the front got a refreshed look. It's a little more, I guess, refined, a little more sharper. And here we are. This is the front of the Maserati Levante. We'll do a quick run through of the exterior and spend more time inside, because inside it does shine something special there. The front, you obviously have the big grille, and no one could be mistaken that this is not a Maserati. The logo of the Trident is ever so present. It's pretty big. I think it's almost like 8 inches. As you can see there, it's a big logo. And you know what, I don't mind, because if you think about this, who would buy a Maserati? You could buy a Cayenne, you could buy a, I guess, a Aston Martin DBX and all the other luxury SUVs, but this would be different. The fact there are so few on the road, and the fact that the wheelbase is very, very long, it gets attention. Think about this, guys. If you don't know by now, the wheelbase of the Levante is 20 centimeters longer than the Cayenne. That's right, it's 20 centimeters longer wheelbase on the Cayenne. However, the overall length of the car is only about 8 centimeters longer than the Cayenne. So the right way it drives, actually, it's a bit, how do I say, it's a longer vehicle, and thus the steering input does feel different. It isn't as nimble as the Cayenne, but you know what, that was the idea. It's not meant to be a nimble car, it's meant to make you work to go around the corners. So in front here, you've got your coolers on the side, on the bottom there. Here there are vents. Now these vents actually open up at high speeds to give you more air to cool the engine. You got the Maserati logo in front there. Kinks, obviously, yep, they've got some kinks here. The boot line is very nice, and let us just admire at these lines over here. Now, one will say, is this a very generic looking car? I'll say not really, because you know why? Just the stance of the car being long gives it a different proportion than other SUVs in the market. Most SUVs feel almost, I would say, a bit boxy. This one looks and feels a little more sharper and longer. You've got that ever so famous 3 vents here. Now, I don't think there's actually air coming out of these vents, but you know what, they look sporty nonetheless. You got really big tires over here. You got Pirelli P0s, and they are, let me get this straight, 21 inches if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Yep, they are 21 inches, 265, 40, 21. Very beautiful rims, guys, very beautiful in person. The brake calipers obviously are magnificent. What I noticed driving the car was the calipers and the braking feel of the car. It's very progressive. It doesn't bite, it doesn't jerk. It's very progressive, and I do like it. Up in the back, you've got this kink. The is it a Hofmaster kink? I'm not sure what you call it, but there's this little corner here with the Maserati logo. And if you see from this corner, you know what, it is quite interesting. Now, let's open the door here for you to show you the inside. First thing you'll see is that the windows are frameless. So these are all frameless windows. Yep, frameless doors. And it's interesting because this blind here is held up nothing more than just, I guess, good engineering. You know, think about this, guys. How is it being held up? They are not, I think, to lock it on top there, except for that little piece of metal that's inside here. I'm not sure you can see this. There's a metal piece there. Yeah, that's what it holds it up. That's what holds it up. So pretty interesting. Inside you can see a lot of red in there. We'll get that shortly. Let me show you the boot first. Like a proper luxury SUV, you've got I guess power boot. You can lock from the rear itself. You can see that power boot lock. You got hooks here. You can open up this space, and there are some bins below to put stuff in if you want. Secret hiding spots. What else we've got? We've got teeter points over there for your isofix. Sorry, for your child seats. Anchor points. You've got your ski through hole. If you're having ski or long items, you can put it through. And that's about it. It's a very simple setup up in the back. But let me just close this. Design wise, you know what, it does stand out. The new lights for the Maserati Levante, they do look more 3D. They do stand out a bit more compared to the earlier version of it. Let me show you from the side here, if you can see. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah, this kink here, this fold or the crease here, I think it's a nice addition, which wasn't there before. Look at that. Fisherman off to the sea. Beautiful. In the rear, you've got this integrated spoiler that goes with the line of the car. I think it goes up to the mirror point here, and then there's just a nice little slope there. Very nice. Let's open the back again. More interior. We'll get to the interior shortly. Let me open the back for you. And here we are. Okay, let's start with the back and go to the front. In the back, you obviously have these blinds we showed you earlier, the privacy blinds. Control wise, you've got your lock, unlock, and obviously the mirror control. You got Bowers & Wilkins as your provider of audio entertainment. Quite nice. Door bins, small but sufficient. Just put a small bottle. And then if you walk inside, the carpet material, as you would expect from these kind of cars, they are soft and thick, very nice. Now what stands out most is actually the interior. The interior on this car is highly customizable. This particular one came with like a red leather interior with black stitching, but you can customize a lot with this car. I think Xenia silk is also an option. This came with the, I think, the embossed Trident logo in the rear, so it does, you know what, it stands out, bro. I can't fault it. It's nice. Armrest, simple armrest, but that's the job. There's a small flap there for you to pull, and it comes out. And let's see what we have inside. Tap, 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 tap. We're inside. The top here, press a button. You got a 12-volt socket battery, so a 12-volt socket, USB for charging, and you have your aircon vents. And it's actually a quad zone climate control system. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You got some small vents here. I'm not sure what they are for. Maybe just to cool your leg. Maybe it's quad zone plus vents for the leg, which is pretty interesting. Normally you have them in the front, but this is actually on the side here. Headroom and legroom. You know what? It's a big car. It's a big SUV. Let me just turn the camera around for you. That's me here, and if you can figure out, I've got lots of space in the top. Okay, let's get a camera. Yep, a lot of space in the top here, and even here, I think it's more like 8 inches or 10 inches of space in front. So lots of leg room, a lot of headroom. The top there, if you see, let me see if I can show you. Let me just on the car and open the sunroof. Yes, it has a sunroof, so that I can demonstrate to you how spacious it is. Let me start the car. Sounds brilliant.
Man. So call in later on, and guess what? Today you'll be taking on Arnold. I've been saving this for rainy.
Ooh. Nice. Let me just open up all the way. Yep, that's it. Let me off the car again. Let me go to the back and show you. Yeah, so on top you've got Alcantara all over. So the headliner, the roof, the B pillars, the A pillars, everything is Alcantara. Only from this point onwards, it's kind of like hard plastic. But yeah, that's fine. You know, over here all the way Alcantara. All this obviously is leather. Even the back portion here, it does feel like plastic, and I think it is plastic, but it looks like leather. So although this is plastic, but it looks like leather. And obviously you've got this place to put magazines. I was never a fan of this kind of strap based stuff, but they give this kind of rubber band strap, and that's about it. Now, techno gadgetry, is there a lot of stuff in here? Not really, because in this version of the Levante S, they have an improved audio system, and it's quite good because the navigation system is quite impressive. I'll show you later. But other than that, there's not much gadgetry in here. But that's the whole idea for Levante or a Maserati, because you're not buying for the technology, you're buying for the fact it's going to age very well. And if you think about this, this SUV, another boat there, this SUV in probably 5 years, it'll probably be still on sale. And the idea is Levante has been in production from what was launched in 2011 in the motor show, and it's 10 years now. I think it came into production about 2013, so it's still around, and the design is still timeless. And that's the whole idea of buying a Maserati. You're not buying a car which will quickly change its model lineup. You buy a car which is more timeless and stands out in terms of appearances. Just look at that. Look at the stance of the car. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's just go around the car and see on the passenger side. We've shown you the seats now. Inside again, nothing fancy, just carpeted, nothing much there. Center console, not deep, but yep, it's there. There's no wireless charging, key charging or whatever. Is that nothing fancy in the car? You got a bin there to put stuff in, and if you can see there, USB and auxiliary, and that's about it. Very, very simple. Now let me go you to the driver's side and show you. Yeah, let me just close this for you. And by the way, all the doors are actually vacuum doors. So let me see if I can show you. 1 second. Saw that? Again, huh? Okay. Yeah, they're all vacuum doors, so pretty nice. So let's go to the driver's side now because it's getting a bit humid here. Let me show you the startup and what I see from a driver's perspective. Tap, tap, tap. I'm in the car now. So the start stop is down there. Levante, nice. Just close the roof there. Give it a minute. Okay, sure, let's get cracking. Center console. So we've got a nice clock here, Maserati clock. It isn't by any particular brand or make. I don't think it's from any watchmaker, but there's a nice clock there. A little small if you ask me, but it's there. You have got this, I think it's an 8-inch display screen. It's quite sharp. I kid you not, guys, it's very sharp. In fact, if you do the reverse camera bit, see there, that's how sharp it is. Can you see how sharp it is? Yeah, it's a lighthouse there. That's the car, 360. So it's quite adequate. It's pretty modern, if you ask me. It's pretty modern for Maserati, because Maseratis are known to be not modern cars, but this one is modern. Navigation, again, pretty good, because let me just show you here now. So navigation, let me just go to my spots here, favorites. Okay, Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. You see there, it gives you a very Google Maps kind of interface, and I quite like it. And this is not even on Android. And Android Auto, if you plug it in, it works very well. Home again, media. So you've got your radio, and the volume control is here. Okay, and I also found out the hard way that on this steering, the volume controls aren't visible. I was finding for it, where is it? Then I found out that behind the steering over here, there is a volume up and volume down. So it's behind the steering. So behind the steering, between the pedal shifters and the steering, there is a volume up and down. On this side, there is next track and previous track. So yeah, it's quite hidden. What else we got? Down here we've got your AC controls, max, auto. I won't go through the AC controls. They're very easy to use. Thank you, Maserati, for giving us physical dials. They are brilliant. This to me is the perfect combination of, you know, your touchscreen displays, your Android navigation, plus your buttons. So this is just beautiful. Over here you get carbon fiber. Material finishing for the center console. The gear levers are basically press a button down here and you get D, you get N, R, parking, or go to manual mode. So yeah, very easy to use. Handbrake is over here. This is your kind of your iDrive almost system there. This is interesting, guys. This is actually the height control. So I'm just focusing for you. So this actually, if you press this button, what happens is the car will actually lower or raise your requirement. And in fact, if you leave it on automatic, when you go to sport mode, which is here, the car will actually lower as you drive. Now going to the modes over here, this obviously is traction control. That's quite easy to understand. Off-road, I think, gives you more ride height and softer suspension. ICE, now I thought this was internal combustion engine, but no, it's intelligent, I forgot the name, but it's basically a eco mode. So this is eco mode on Italian car. You must call it ICE for some reason. Sport mode. So you got sport, eco, off-road, and sport suspension off or on. So yeah, very easy to use, very smart actually. And you've got your cruise control. I think it's adaptive because you can change the range, plus or minus how far it is. Descent control, I didn't try descent control, but descent control is here. And obviously voice command. Let's try voice command. Drive to Ritz-Carlton.
Sorry, this country is not available.
Okay, so obviously there's some optimizing for this car, for our location, local country, but you have voice controls in the system. The dash itself, you know what, I like it, leather, red. These are all customizable again. You've got this plastic, leather, and you know what, it is extremely well built. That's the way I'll put it. It's built very well. No creaks, no creases. It isn't like some guy in Italy has put something together on his coffee break and call it a day. Nothing. Everything here is flawless. The edges here, if you think about the seams and how it goes across, if you see small details like here, the seams are aligned, the left seam and the right seam, so they all align. That's a small detail that you will see on good car manufacturers. Yep, see, they all align all the way. Fantastic. Okay, And yeah, what can I say? It's a beautiful car. Oh, on top here you've got, this is to open your boot, your rear boot. This is to open your blinds, so sunroof blinds, and open your sunroof. And this is for the car to illuminate all the lights inside. Yeah. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoy that. We'll do a drive-in video now, and yeah, stay tuned. More video coming up on the Maserati.